is the best budget keyboard on Amazon. Dun dun dun. Or is it? It's time to dive into the endless Amazon abyss to find the best budget keyboards for you. And let me tell you, it was not easy or cheap to make this video. I sorted through the junk, the mid products, and even the scams to finally find the diamonds in the rough, the big chalupas, the gold at the end of the tunnel. If you're on a budget and don't want to set your wallet on fire like I did, here's my curated list of the best budget keyboards on Amazon. These bad boys punch way above their weight and are bursting at the seams with value. I made sure to include a variety of options depending on what you're looking for, so let's get into it, shall we? This keyboard is not a surprise to you if you watch the channel regularly. All 12 of you. I've mentioned this product many a time in the past, and it's one that I consider the budget king, and in this case, the best budget keyboard on Amazon. Now, I probably shouldn't reveal it right away in the video, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyways, and that's the Aula F75. But I have some surprises later in the video for keyboards you're not gonna wanna miss out on either. So why is the Aula everyone's favorite? Well, for one, it's coming in at a hot price of $70 depending on when you buy it, and because it nails the sound and feel without spending hundreds of dollars, it also popularized the word creamy in regards to a keyboard. And while that word disturbs me for some reason, I can't deny it. It does, in fact, sound creamy. I really like it with the Leopold Reaper switch. It's the perfect blend of a sweet, creamy sound mixed with a bit of thockiness as well. If you have no idea what I'm saying or think I'm some kind of weirdo, you'll understand what I mean when you hear the sound test. This keyboard comes in a bunch of different color options depending on what vibe you're going for, and it has a knob on the top right, along with some options for wireless connectivity. Not bad, huh? It also has a squishy feel when you type on it, and this is not on accident either. It's actually a feature called a gasket mount. This makes it softer to type on and sound better too, or in this case, creamy. We should stop saying that. I do have some minor complaints about the keyboard, such as the slightly wobbly knob or the small errors on the text, but overall, this keyboard is really freaking good for the price. Okay, so let's say you don't want that last keyboard because you don't like the color or the creaminess, or maybe you want something slightly cheaper. Enter my second favorite option. You can probably also guess this one if you watch the channel. So how is it different and in some ways better than the last one? This is the Ajaz AK820 Pro, and it offers a lot of the same features in a different package, so to speak. It comes in at $60, putting it at a cheaper price than the Aula. But don't worry, you still get the wireless connection, the squishy gasket mount, and even the knob at that lower price. I even like this knob better on this one. And if you're feeling it, you even get a screen on the bottom right. This shows stuff like the date, the time, and if you're an intellectual like I, Nyan Cat. Now, screens are sort of gimmicky, so it's not a major selling point, but to me, what is a selling point are these sweet keycaps. The Ajaz keyboard has some of the nicest keycaps I've seen on a keyboard this cheap. The colors jump off the board, the legends are crisp, and they come in different options than the Aula. If you don't like the blue tones here, maybe you prefer the black and yellow. I don't know, I'm not you. You're you. There are a couple weird things here too. The dongle and the toggle switches are underneath the keyboard for some reason, which I don't hate. Actually, I sort of like it. And the power port is slightly off center for some reason. That I do hate. But what's really going to make this decision for you is the sound. When compared to the Aula, this keyboard sounds a little quieter, thockier, and it has a bit more clack. And here's what it sounds like. This next product, I'm gonna admit, it's a little out of left field. I included it because there's a very loud vocal group of people who always scream at me about this very thing. It's a very passionate group of people. But you know what? I'm here to oblige you. So the next option is a full-size keyboard. Yep, You heard me. It's a big boy. It's the Keychron V6 Max, coming in at $80 without wireless and $110 with wireless. Now, when you guys said there wasn't many great full-size options, I didn't believe you at first. But the more I looked, I began to realize there's like a straight up full-size keyboard drought out there. So I tried other options too, such as the Redragon Trundle. What were they thinking with that name? What even is a trundle? It's a cold, dead world if you like full-size keyboards. But this option is actually really good and has a feature I wish every keyboard had. The V6 Max has everything you want and more. Wireless connectivity, insanely good software, a squishy gasket mount, and this version even has a knob on it. One of the features that blew me away about this keyboard is that it comes with 2 dongles, one for USB-C and the other for USB-A. So you can easily connect it to a PC, a laptop, or even a phone and a tablet. Whoa, this is awesome. And if one of your devices is Windows and the other is Mac, you can slide this toggle to go back and forth. The convenience is such nice. Like other Keychron boards, it has a strange keycap shape called OSA, which has more rounded edges. Now, I don't mind it too much, but I personally prefer a normal keycap profile such as Cherry. The typing experience and sound isn't quite as good as the Ala. This one has banana switches, which are a tactile switch that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't like tactiles. I'd rather go for something linear and smooth, and it'll probably sound better too. So if you want a full-size keyboard and you have to buy it on Amazon, this is the only option I can recommend right now. If you want me to do a video just on the best full-size keyboards, leave a comment down below and I'll keep testing them out. This next keyboard is another option you can consider instead of the V6 Max. Now, it's not full size, no matter what mass delusion is going on right now on Amazon. Whenever you search full size keyboard on Amazon, all you get are these fake full size keyboards for some reason. 96% keyboards are not full size. You see the difference. There's no nav cluster. I'm drawing a line in the sand. This is not full size. Okay, so if you're okay with a slightly smaller size keyboard, this is a great option. The Epicmaker TH99 coming in at $80. Not a bad price considering it has everything you want, such as a squishy gasket mount, wireless connectivity, and even a number pad if you're into that kind of thing. This thing has a simple design with black and white keycaps. It makes a nice creamy sound. We gotta stop. And it has simple connectivity options like the V6 Max. A similar option to this would be the Ala F99, basically the exact same keyboard except for one important difference. The TH99 has 3 extra keys here between the alphas and the number pad. So if you have more keys on the TH99, the Ala is a little bit cheaper. So if you want to save money, do what you want to. The biggest downside to this keyboard in particular is the lack of good software. I really wish they gave this keyboard the option for VIA, but they didn't. And here's what it sounds like. And last on this list is a keyboard a bunch of you begged me to try. So I finally got my hands on it. I think it's another great alternative to the Ala or the Ajaz from earlier in this video, and that's the TechWear Spectre 75 coming in at $65. Not a bad price, huh? It's a little on the quieter side than other options, but don't get me wrong, it's not a silent keyboard, and I'll explain more later. Plus, it's got a more laid back, office appropriate look than the other options on the list. I mean, this keyboard looks clean, doesn't it? It's similar to the Ajaz that it also has a screen, except it's on the top right instead of the bottom right. And the screen comes preloaded with a nice gif of a snowy night and the moon shining, and it gives me werewolf vibes. Oh, was that too cringe? I don't know. Editors, leave it in if you want. And it also has a knob, which I really like. It's tactile, it's got ridges on it, it's nice and satisfying. Ooh, yeah. The keyboard comes with wireless connectivity with a dongle underneath and a simple slider on the back. I really like the way they did this. It's simple, it's clean and functional. Plus, you don't lose your dongle. Nobody likes losing their dongle. Hashtag protect your dongle. And overall, this keyboard just looks really clean. The sound difference is notable too from the other options. It has a muted thok, similar to the sound in Minecraft when you hit a tree, but it's not creamy like the Ala. Oh no, I said creamy again. Stop it with the creamy. A great option if you work around other people and don't want to make too much noise. Here's what it sounds like. If you want me to review any other keyboards, leave a comment down below. That's how I know if you're really interested in a keyboard. Actually, let's do this. I'll review the keyboard in the comment that has the most upvotes. See you in the comments!